Heatran has been one of the best Pokémon in competitive singles ever since its release in Pokémon Diamond Pearl. Heatran has always managed to be a top tier Pokémon in the OU tier every generation. In a few weeks, Pokémon Home compatibility will be available with Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, and Heatran will once again return to competitive Pokémon, and it will change Gen 9 competitive singles as we know it. Let's go into why this is the case. Now, first, two things to note. Heatran is losing two moves with Generation 9. It will no longer have Eruption and Toxic. You know, Toxic is obviously a huge move that it's not going to be able to use anymore. That it allowed it to beat a lot of Pokemon, cripple a lot of Pokemon, especially with Taunt, Toxic, Magma Storm. You know, Toxic, huge move for Heatran to lose. And Eruption was of course very good on offensive sets, especially under the sun, Choice Scarf, all that. So yeah, that's a bummer. But the Heatran is still gonna be that guy. Don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it twisted. Now, let's go over the OU tier right now and what Heatran will be able to, you know, check like it always does. It always checks everything. Anyway, you know, we got the classic set though. You know, Heatran, max defense, max special defense, of max defense, max HP, max special defense, obviously. Magma Storm, Earth Power, Taunt, Stealth Rock, great classic set. Still gonna be able to beat, you know, Pokemon like Toxapex and Corviknight and stuff. So yeah, even without Toxic, it's still gonna be able to do a lot of work. Now, look at the OU tier, okay? First of all, we got Amoonguss. Walls Amoonguss, obviously, and you know, beats it with Magma Storm. It does have to watch out for Spore, but still, that's already one Pokemon. Got Cerulege. No, Cerulege is actually not. Cerulege has close combat. I take that back. Alright, Clodsire. Now you might think, oh, but Clodsire is a ground type. That makes no sense. However, commonly in Pokemon Sword and Shield, Heatran was using Air Balloon as well, which was allowed it to check. Or switch in rather into Earthquake from Landorus, and it allowed it to check defensive, special defensive Garchomp. And in this case, it also allowed it to check Heatran itself, which is pretty interesting. But in this gen, it's going to be able to obviously check this Heatran set with Flash Fire, and it's going to be able to check Clodsire with Air Balloon, which is pretty interesting. So don't sleep on Air Balloon. So yeah, that's two Pokemon. It checks already Amoonguss. We got Clodsire too. Corviknight, like I said, you know, Corviknight can hit Heatran on the switch with Body Press. So yeah, that's three Pokemon: Corviknight, Clodsire if you run Air Balloon, Amoonguss. You know, Dragapult. Obviously, it's not really a hard check, but it's more like a semi check. It takes like 30% from Spec Shadow Ball, 35 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's, you know, that's not a lot of damage. Now, maybe this might be a stretch, but if you really need a Pokemon to check Garganacl, you could, it's gonna be kind of niche, but you can run Covert Cloak Heatran. Now if you run the Covert Cloak, you're obviously not affected by Salcure, which allows you to check the most commonly used Garganacl sets. Because you can just come in on Saltcure, you don't really take a lot of damage, and then you can trap it and beat it with Taunt plus Earth Power. Might be kind of niche, but could be cool. So yeah, and obviously Goldango. From what I know right now, most Goldangos don't really use Focus Blast these days. My favorite set, if you want to know, I be running this set lately with max HP, max special attack. I think actually it's a bit of speed. I think it's like this speed, so you outspeed Great Tusk. I forgot what it was for. I think it was for Rotom as well. But yeah, and I run Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Recover, and the Nasty Plot. I think like most Goldangos nowadays run a set like this, more bulky, with Nasty Plot, Recover, and no Focus Blast. So yeah, if Goldango doesn't use Focus Blast, I just got rid of my Heatran set, I just realized. Doesn't matter. But yeah, if you run into Goldango without Focus Blast, it's able to check that as well, which is very nice. Now obviously, it checks Heatherine with its Steel typing, and if you do use Flash Fire, Mystical Fire is not gonna do shit. Iron Moth is completely walled by Heatran. So that's already quite a bit of Pokemon that are walled by Heatran. Oh, they're not even done yet. We still got what's it called? Skeledirge, also completely walled by Heatran. You have to use Flash Fire though. Especially also we have Volcarona, who just gets walled. Skeledirge and Volcarona both get completely shut down by Flash Fire Heatran. I would not be surprised if Volcarona is gonna start using Tera Blast Ground to you know, obviously get rid of Heatran. If you're using Air Balloon Heatran, you can also wall this set as well. The Terra Ground Volcarona. If it's defensive, that is. Which is pretty cool. Obviously, Toxapex. You can still beat Toxapex with Magma Storm Taunt plus Earth Power. So yeah, how many Pokemon is that? Let's count them. Okay, not counting Spore. So we got Amoonguss, that's 1. Clodsire, if you're using Air Balloon, I'm gonna count that because Air Balloon still is a good set. Don't get it twisted. You got 2 Pokemon, check Scorpion 3, Dragapult. I'm gonna count Dragapult. Got 4. Okay, not Garganacl. I'm gonna say Goldango as well because Focus Blast. How many people use Focus Blast these days? Where's Goldango at? See, the Focus Blast is only used 25% of the time. Most people use like this. What I just said. I said like this. So yeah, that's Goldango. That's 5, right? I think that's 5. So we've got 5. We had Arene at 6. Iron Moth 7. Skeledirge 8. Toxapex 9. And Volcarona 10. So Heatran checks 10 of the Pokemon in the OU tier. I don't know how many Pokemon there are, to be honest. Let me actually look that up real quick. Alright, so I counted myself. Right now, 32 Pokemon in the overused tier. So that literally means that with one set, or you know, let me put this set can wall literally 33% of the tier right now. That kind of shows you what Heatran is capable of. That shouldn't be surprising. Heatran has always been that guy. But yeah, that's still though. I really don't know what Tera you would use on Heatran, to be honest. Maybe Fairy. I could see going pure Steel. Because if you use Flash Fire, so you still have the fire immunity. Which could be interesting. I really don't know what other Tera you would be using. It's probably gonna be something coming up. Maybe Water. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. But yeah. That's Heatran. That's why Heatran is gonna be that guy. He's gonna change. He's gonna obviously be one of the top guys. He always is. But yeah, that's why Heatran will be changing competitive. He literally can check 1/3 of the tier. And I've disconnected. Yeah, they know I've been cooking up this Heatran right here. So they had to disconnect me. Yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. And let me know your thoughts about Heatran. Like the video if you enjoyed. And yeah, maybe I missed something. Let me know that as well. And that being said, thank you for watching. And see you next time.